You know that feeling, right?
Yeah.
You're hitting the gym, you're pushing yourself.
Yep.
But the gains just aren't coming fast enough.
I know exactly what you mean.
You start hearing about these shortcuts.
Yeah.
Things like steroids.
Right.
But the risks,
Oh, yeah.
they're scary.
Totally.
They scare you off faster than a bad set of squats.
Absolutely.
So what if I told you there was this company out there
Okay.
that claims to offer a way to get serious results without the risks?
That's the intriguing claim made by CrazyBulk.
CrazyBulk.
Yeah, they're turning heads in the fitness world with this line of products. Legal steroid alternatives.
Okay.
They're promising the kind of muscle gain, fat burning, and strength boost typically associated with, well, the illegal stuff.
Okay, my skepticism alarm is blaring right now,
I hear you.
but they have a pretty slick website.
They do.
Tons of testimonials, before and after photos.
Yeah.
And I've got to admit, they look pretty convincing.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into that for sure.
So what's the catch?
Right.
Are these products truly safe?
Yeah.
Natural? And legal?
Yeah.
And more importantly, do they actually work?
That's what we're here to unpack.
Okay.
CrazyBulk's website boasts a pretty extensive product lineup,
Yeah.
organized into categories like bulking, cutting, strength, and even stacks, which combine multiple products for supposedly synergistic effects.
Okay.
They even have a section for SARMs.
Yeah, I've heard whispers about SARMs.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be like steroids, but supposedly with fewer side effects.
Right.
But isn't their legality a bit murky?
We'll definitely dive into that, but first let's look at some of their core claims.
Okay.
They push this idea of 100% natural, safe, and legal steroid alternatives. No needles, no prescriptions, just serious gains. They even claim you can transform your body in as little as 30 days.
The 30-day claim definitely raises an eyebrow.
I know, it feels like
every supplement company promises rapid transformations.
it does.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
Building genuine muscle and strength takes time
For sure.
and dedication.
Absolutely.
It's not something that happens overnight.
Exactly. That's why it's crucial to look beyond the marketing hype
Okay.
and examine the science or lack thereof behind these claims.
So we need to look deeper.
Yeah.
What are these products actually made of?
Right.
Do those ingredients have any proven benefits? And are there any potential downsides or risks that they're not telling us about?
Those are the big questions.
And that's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
CrazyBulk uses a lot of scientific-sounding terms.
They do.
And they throw around these impressive-sounding claims.
Right.
But are they just dressing up common ingredients with fancy marketing?
Yeah.
Or is there something more to it?
It's hard to say for sure without a closer look.
Okay, so we need to take a closer look at some of their specific products.
Exactly.
Let's start with one that caught my eye.
Okay, which one?
Testo Max,
Testo Max.
which they market as a natural testosterone booster.
For extreme strength.
Extreme strength.
Yeah, performance enhancement
Right.
and faster recovery.
That sounds right up the alley of anyone hitting a plateau in their strength training.
It does, doesn't it?
But what's actually in it?
Right.
Is there any real evidence that it can boost testosterone levels
Yeah.
safely and effectively?
Well, Testo Max features D-Aspartic Acid.
D-Aspartic Acid.
Yeah, it's a naturally occurring amino acid
Right.
that plays a role in hormone regulation.
Mhm.
Some studies have suggested it can lead to a modest increase in testosterone levels in men with low testosterone.
So there is some research out there.
There is, but those studies are far from conclusive.
Okay.
And more research is needed to understand its long-term effects.
So there's at least a little scientific backing there.
Yeah.
But it's not a guaranteed slam dunk.
Right, it's definitely not a magic bullet.
What about some of their other popular products?
Well, one they heavily promote is Clenitral.
Clenitral.
It's their powerful fat-burning solution.
Powerful fat burning.
Yeah, it supposedly helps you shed fat while preserving lean muscle.
Okay, that's the dream, right?
It is, isn't it?
The holy grail.
Exactly.
Well, that's a secret.
Well, the key ingredient here is Garcinia Cambogia extract.
Garcinia Cambogia.
It's become quite the buzzword in the weight loss world.
Yeah, I've definitely seen Garcinia Cambogia all over the place.
It's everywhere.
But does it actually live up to the hype?
That's the big question.
Can it really melt fat away without any effort?
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would.
Well, Garcinia Cambogia contains hydroxycitric acid, or HCA,
Okay.
which is believed to interfere with an enzyme involved in fat production and possibly increase serotonin levels
Okay.
to reduce cravings.
So it's kind of a two-pronged approach.
That's the idea.
Interesting.
Some small studies have shown modest weight loss with Garcinia Cambogia.
Okay, so there's some evidence.
There is, but once again, the results are mixed. And larger, more rigorous studies are needed to confirm its effectiveness.
So maybe not a magic bullet for weight loss.
Probably not.
But potentially a helpful tool as part of a healthy lifestyle.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, now I'm curious about those stacks they offer.
The stacks.
Yeah, combining different products.
Right.
Is that just a marketing gimmick to get you to buy more?
It could be.
Or could there be some benefit to combining these ingredients?
That's a great question, and it's where the science gets even more complex.
Okay.
They have stacks for bulking, cutting, and even strength gains, each containing a blend of various ingredients.
So they're really going all in on this idea of synergy.
They are.
The idea is that these ingredients work synergistically.
Right.
Boosting each other's effects.
Yeah, but again, proving that synergy is tricky.
Okay.
And the research is often lacking.
So we have all these claims and promises.
We do.
But where can we turn for reliable information?
Right.
CrazyBulk's website is full of glowing testimonials.
Lots of them.
But we know those can be cherry-picked and biased.
Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely right.
While testimonials can be tempting to believe.
Yeah.
It's essential to approach them with a critical eye.
Absolutely.
Remember, everyone's body is different. And what works for one person might not work for another.
That's the thing about individual responses. They can vary so much.
Plus, there's the placebo effect.
Oh, the placebo effect.
Sometimes just believing something works can make a difference.
They're powerful.
Even if it's not actually the product itself doing the heavy lifting.
It's amazing what the mind can do.
So we've got these bold claims, impressive sounding ingredients, and a whole lot of marketing hype swirling around.
It's a lot to take in.
It is.
Sure.
But where does that leave someone who's genuinely curious about exploring these legal steroid alternatives?
Right.
What's the best way to cut through the noise
and
make an informed decision?
That's what we'll explore in more depth in the next part of our deep dive.
All right, so we're going to keep digging. We'll dig deeper into specific ingredients, potential risks and benefits. And what the scientific evidence really says.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
And we'll also try to answer the big question.
Okay.
Can you really achieve those incredible transformations, CrazyBulk promises, without resorting to illegal and potentially dangerous substances?
That's the million-dollar question.
It is.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll unpack all of that and more.
And in the meantime, if you're already itching to learn more, we've included a link to the CrazyBulk website in the description.
You can check it out.
You can explore their product line and see for yourself what all the buzz is about.
Get in there and see what they have to say.
But remember, don't make any decisions until you hear part 2.
Definitely wait for the full story.
We'll be back soon with more.
See you then.
All right, we laid out CrazyBulk's claims. The good, the bold, and the maybe a little too good to be true. But now it's time to put on our lab coats.
Okay.
Grab our magnifying glasses.
All right.
And dive deeper into the science.
Let's do it.
Behind these so-called legal steroid alternatives.
Exactly. We need to go beyond that flashy marketing and see what's really going on at the molecular level.
Let's pick up where we left off with D-Aspartic Acid.
Okay.
The key ingredient in their Testo Max product.
Right.
They're claiming it boosts testosterone levels, which is like music to the ears of any guy hitting a plateau in the weight room.
Absolutely.
But I remember you mentioned the research is a bit iffy.
Yeah, it's true.
So what's the deal with D-Aspartic Acid?
Well, D-Aspartic Acid is involved in the production of a hormone that signals the testes to produce testosterone. Some studies have shown that supplementing with D-Aspartic Acid can indeed increase testosterone levels.
Okay, so it's not creating testosterone out of thin air.
No.
But it might help your body do what it should already be doing.
That's the idea.
What kind of increases are we talking about here?
Yeah, are we talking Hulk smash levels of testosterone?
Exactly.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
The studies that have shown positive results typically report modest increases, maybe in the range of 15–30%.
15–30%. And it's important to note that these effects often seem to be temporary.
Oh, really?
Once you stop supplementing, your testosterone levels tend to return to baseline.
So it's not a permanent fix.
Right.
More like a temporary boost.
Yeah.
Maybe helpful for breaking through a plateau?
Could.
Or giving you an extra edge for a short period?
Possibly.
What about potential downsides?
Yeah. Is it safe to mess around with your hormone levels like that?
That's a good question.
That's a valid concern. While D-Aspartic Acid is generally considered safe at recommended dosages,
okay,
more research is needed to understand its long-term effects.
So we need more research, basically.
We do. Some studies have reported side effects.
Like what?
Like mood swings,
Okay.
acne.
And increased aggression.
Oh.
But these are not consistently observed.
Okay, so proceed with caution.
Yeah.
And maybe don't start a supplement regimen right before a big family gathering.
Probably a good idea.
What about that fat-burning ingredient, Garcinia Cambogia?
Garcinia Cambogia.
That one seems to be everywhere these days.
It's definitely had its moment in the spotlight.
So what's the deal with Garcinia Cambogia?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Garcinia Cambogia contains hydroxycitric acid, or HCA, which is believed to block an enzyme involved in converting carbs into fat.
So it's like throwing a wrench into the fat-making machinery of your body.
Kind of, yeah.
Does that mean you can eat all the pizza you want and still get ripped?
Yeah, fortunately, it's not that simple.
Okay.
Well, some small studies have shown modest weight loss with Garcinia Cambogia.
Hello?
The results are not consistent, and the amount of weight loss is generally quite small.
Not exactly the dramatic before and after transformations they showcase on the website. Are there any other mechanisms at play here?
There's some speculation that HCA might also increase serotonin levels in the brain.
Serotonin.
Yeah, which could theoretically suppress appetite.
Okay, interesting.
But again, the evidence for this is limited.
So more research needed.
Always.
Oh.
And it's important to note that even if Garcinia Cambogia does have a slight impact on fat burning or appetite, it's not a magic bullet.
Right. It's not a free pass to ditch your diet and workouts.
No.
You still need to put in the work.
Absolutely.
Speaking of putting in the work.
Yeah.
Let's talk about those stacks that CrazyBulk offers.
The stacks.
They've got stacks for bulking, cutting strength, you name it.
They've got a stack for everything.
Is combining multiple supplements really more effective than just taking one at a time?
That's the million-dollar question, and unfortunately the answer is it depends.
It depends.
Yeah. The idea behind stacking is that you can create a synergistic effect.
Okay.
Where the ingredients work together to enhance each other's benefits.
So like 1 + 1 = 3.
That's the hope. For example, one stack might combine ingredients that boost testosterone with others that increase protein synthesis, theoretically amplifying muscle growth.
Sounds impressive in theory.
It does. But is there any real scientific evidence to back up these claims?
That's what I'm wondering.
Here's the challenge.
Okay.
Studying the interactions between multiple supplements is incredibly complex.
Go again.
There are so many variables at play.
Yeah, like what?
Individual genetics,
Right.
diet, exercise routine, that it's hard to isolate the specific effects of the stack itself.
So it's hard to say for sure.
It is, and most of the research in this area is funded by supplement companies themselves.
Interesting.
Which raises concerns about bias.
Okay, so a healthy dose of skepticism is warranted.
Definitely. And it's probably a good idea to start with a single supplement and see how your body responds before diving headfirst into a complex stack.
That makes sense. Start slow.
Yeah.
See how you feel. Now I'm curious about the elephant in the room.
Okay, what's that?
SARMs.
SARMs.
They seem to be gaining popularity as an alternative to steroids.
They are.
But they're also surrounded by controversy.
Lots of controversy.
CrazyBulk even has a whole section dedicated to SARMs.
They do.
So what are SARMs?
Well, SARMs, or selective androgen receptor modulators, are a class of compounds that were initially developed to treat conditions like muscle wasting and osteoporosis.
Interesting.
They work by selectively targeting androgen receptors in certain tissues.
Like what?
Like muscle and bone. With the goal of producing anabolic effects without the unwanted side effects of steroids.
So the idea is to get the muscle-building benefits without the downsides. Like hair loss, acne, and mood swings.
Exactly.
But are they legal?
That's a good question. And are CrazyBulk SARMs actually the real deal?
Yeah, I'm wondering about that.
That's where the waters get murky.
Okay.
The legal status of SARMs varies depending on the specific compound.
Okay. And the country. Some SARMs are banned for human consumption. While others might be available for research purposes only.
So how can CrazyBulk offer SARMs if they're not always legal?
That's the catch. CrazyBulk SARMs are not actually the same as the pharmaceutical-grade SARMs that are being studied in clinical trials.
Interesting.
Instead, they market their products as legal and natural alternatives that supposedly mimic the effects of SARMs.
So it's more of a branding play than anything else.
It seems that way.
They're capitalizing on the SARM name to attract attention,
right.
but their products aren't the real deal.
That seems to be the case.
Right.
And it highlights the importance of carefully scrutinizing marketing claims.
Oh, okay.
And understanding the nuances of the supplement industry.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here.
There is. Even if something is marketed as natural, it doesn't necessarily mean it's safe,
right,
effective, or legal.
Okay, so we've got a mixed bag here.
We do.
Some ingredients have a bit of scientific backing.
But the results are often modest. And the research is far from conclusive.
More research is needed for sure.
And then there's the whole SARM situation.
Right.
Which seems to be more about clever marketing than genuine innovation.
That's my take on it. But what about the people actually using these products?
Yeah, what are they saying?
That's a great question, and it's where we turn to anecdotal evidence.
Okay, so we're going to look at the user reviews.
Yeah, we've got to wade through the world of online reviews, forum discussions, and before and after photos to get a sense of how these products are performing in the real world.
Right, because at the end of the day, personal experiences are what matter most.
Absolutely.
So let's dive into the trenches of user feedback and see what we can uncover.
That's exactly what we'll do in the next part of our deep dive.
All right, looking forward to it.
We'll explore the world of CrazyBulk reviews,
okay,
separating the genuine experiences from the marketing hype, and try to understand what real users are saying about these products.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned for part 3.
Okay, we dug into the science, or at least what we could find behind some of CrazyBulk's key ingredients.
Right.
But let's be honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes real-world experiences speak louder than any research paper.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about what people are actually saying about these products.
You're right. Well, scientific studies can provide valuable insights. They don't always capture the nuances of individual experiences.
Okay.
So we've scoured the internet from CrazyBulk's own website to independent review platforms and fitness forums to get a sense of what real users are reporting.
And I've got to say, it's a mixed bag out there.
It is.
You've got people singing CrazyBulk's praises,
right,
claiming incredible gains in muscle mass, strength, and fat loss.
Yeah.
Some even say they finally achieved the physique they've always dreamed of. All thanks to these legal steroid alternatives.
It's true. Those glowing testimonials are definitely out there.
They are.
And they can be pretty persuasive.
Yeah, especially when accompanied by impressive before and after photos.
Right, but we need to approach those with a critical eye.
Okay.
Remember, companies often highlight the most positive reviews.
Of course.
And there's always the possibility of fake reviews or even sponsored posts.
So we can't just take those glowing reviews at face value.
No, we can't. What about the other side of the coin?
Yeah. Are there people out there who tried CrazyBulk and were disappointed?
Absolutely. We also found plenty of reviews from people who experienced little or no noticeable changes after using CrazyBulk products. Some even reported feeling let down, especially after investing a significant amount of money and effort.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
It's frustrating to put in the work and not see the results you were hoping for.
It is. Were there any common themes among those negative reviews?
Yeah, I'm curious about that. What were people saying?
One recurring complaint was the lack of transparency regarding ingredient dosages. CrazyBulk often uses proprietary blends, which means they don't disclose the exact amount of each ingredient in their products.
Oh, so it's like a secret recipe.
Kind of.
You don't really know what you're getting.
Exactly. Yeah. This makes it difficult to assess whether the dosages are sufficient to produce any real effects.
That lack of transparency definitely raises some red flags.
It does. Were there any concerns about side effects?
Yeah, I was wondering about that. CrazyBulk pushes this natural and safe angle pretty hard.
They do. While most users reported no adverse effects, there were some who mentioned experiencing mild side effects.
Like what kind of side effects?
Like stomach upset, headaches, or insomnia.
So not completely risk-free.
Right. This reinforces the point that even natural ingredients can have potential side effects, and everyone's body reacts differently.
It's a good reminder that just because something is marketed as natural doesn't automatically mean it's completely harmless.
Exactly. It's always best to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new supplement regimen.
Yeah, good advice.
Yeah.
Especially if you have pre-existing health conditions.
Right.
Or are taking other medications.
Absolutely. And it's important to start slowly and monitor your body's response. If you experience any unusual or concerning side effects, stop using the product and consult with your doctor.
So after wading through all this user feedback, what's the verdict?
Right. Is CrazyBulk a scam?
Are there products a complete waste of money?
It's not that simple. It's clear that CrazyBulk has a sophisticated marketing strategy, and they've effectively tapped into the desire for a safe and legal way to enhance fitness results.
Okay.
But the reality is their products seem to deliver mixed results.
Mixed results.
Some people see noticeable changes while others experience little or no benefit. And the science behind some of their key ingredients is far from conclusive.
So it's buyer beware, basically.
Yeah.
Don't expect miracles. Do your research and manage your expectations.
And most importantly, talk to your doctor before adding any new supplement to your routine.
This has been a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
Into the world of legal steroid alternatives.
We covered a lot of ground.
We did, from marketing claims to scientific studies to real-world user experiences.
It's a complex landscape out there.
It is. If you're interested in exploring this topic further,
we
encourage you to do your own research and consult with a healthcare professional.
Always a good idea. And remember, the journey to a healthier, fitter you is a marathon, not a sprint.
That's a good point.
There are no shortcuts worth compromising your well-being.
Well said. This has been another intriguing deep dive.
It has.
We'll be back next time with another fascinating topic.
We'll see you then.
So stay tuned.